Hi guys, Marc Spelmann here. I hope you are all well. About 3 years ago, I created this video. Now that's not the entire video, we'll get to that in a moment. The actual video was based upon a video of a cat staring into a mirror where it was kind of pouring at the mirror, and obviously the reflection is doing exactly the same thing. But then the cat stops and stares at itself in the mirror and then turns away, but the reflection of the cat doesn't. It was a really cool video, really good fun, and I wanted to try and create that with some extra added subtleties and tips. I'm going to teach you exactly how to do this video. Before you know it, October's going to be here, Halloween, really good time to put up spooky stuff on your social media. And let's be honest, we all like a bit of spooky, right?
People like being scared in a weird way, so I loved it.
But what really is important is that it's so easy to do. I filmed the entire thing with an iPhone.
Wow.
Yes, I did edit the project on Premiere Pro, but now with Android and Apple apps that you can get on your phone, you'll be able to do this entire project on your mobile phone alone. Let's get into exactly how I did it, but before we do, let's watch the video from start to finish. This is called The Mirror. So that's the video in its entirety. Now we're going to head over to the Big Mac.
Would you like fries with that?
Sorry, not when I say Big Mac. I have an iPhone, an iPad and a laptop, and I have an iMac.
I'm very happy for you.
We're going to screen record and I'm going to show you exactly how to create this sequence from what you need to film. A mirror and yourself, obviously. And you want to try to divide the shot so that the mirror occupies one half of the screen and you are on the other. And how you need to edit it. And it is super easy to do. Let's go.
Okay, so I want you to see, first of all, we have got the main file. That's the raw file. That's just one iPhone bit of footage from my bathroom. I'm going to copy and paste it further along. So now we've got exactly the same clip twice. Now I'm going to show you what the raw footage looks like. You can probably imagine anyway, but let me just show you here. So I walk in, and as mentioned in the video earlier, you know, divide it down the middle, mirror on one side, you kind of on the other side. If you're doing this portrait, it'll be different, so bear that in mind. But if you look here, so I'm doing all this stuff. All of this is for a reason. The constant vanity, doing my hair, checking my eyebrows, oh my god, and wiping the mirror. That's a big deal. So I'm wiping the mirror, and the reason for that is a bit later on you'll see why. It's just a convincer. And pick up the phone, and the convincer with the towel is, if you imagine, if you have a cut piece of footage, so overlaid over another one, you wouldn't imagine that you could interact with the other side, if that makes sense. But if you look here, swiping, which I'll explain why this swiping is really important in a second, and then very gradually and mysteriously, I look at myself in the mirror which looks a little bit weird. But that's a good point to stop that footage there. So that's our end point. And what I'm going to do is, you can see like the looking back and forth here. Now, obviously, I want that reflection to look, and I don't want me to look. So what I'm going to do is this action here of swiping, you can see clearly it's a repetitive action. I try to keep my body very still. I'm just going to cut that there. And I haven't done this. The original clip I edited 3 years ago or whatever it was. And I'm just going to kind of move it along here. So swiping down. So watch my finger. You see I'm swiping down. Go about there. That might be a bit short, but let me just kind of if I explain the principle to you, that makes sense. So if I cut there, and the idea is that by doing a repetitive action, if I repeat that action and copy and paste, then you'll get a continuous swiping action of the phone, so longer than I actually really did. But if you just copy and paste, the problem is, let me just check the length on this actually, because I think that could be longer. So I'm going to stretch that out. This is your footage, obviously, a bit of give and take, a bit of flexibility. Right, so now that looks better to me. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy that clip, and if I just put them like that and then watch the clip, it wouldn't look good. So what I'm going to do is reverse it. You'd see a judder, a cut point. But now watch my finger. It'll go forward, then it goes back. Right. So all we're going to do is do that a few times. Forward, back, forward, back. So again, I'm going to copy and paste the forward. Goes there. So now we've got forward, back, forward. You can actually see the yellow icons is where it has been reversed. So let's copy that one back there, butt it up to the other one. So it's forward, back, a bit more space. We'll do another one, and that one goes there. So now let's have a look how roughly you this is a bit of give and take. You kind of just gauge this. But see, it goes forward, finger then goes backwards. Now that you know, you'll see that the finger does change direction. If I was refilming this again now, I would probably keep my finger on the surface of the phone rather than lifting it away. I think that needs to be potentially a fraction longer. So let's click that one. Actually, just do both together and paste. Drag it back. And then now again, just watch carefully. You'll see forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, all the way along. And it's seamless. So even though my finger is going backwards, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to just delete that. And now we will nest this together. So effectively, this creates one, one clip. So I don't label it. It doesn't matter. And then now it's going to drag it along. And I want to get my my timeline. I want to get that to the point where I'm holding the mobile phone, which is here. So this is a really important point where we are going to crop. So I've got crop there. Just type it in the search bar in the effects window and bring that across. And then you'll see now you've got all the control panel here. And obviously, if you're doing this in an app, it's different. But I'm just going to drag from the right. So look, you can see it comes across. Now everything on the right is now, it doesn't exist. It's not black, it actually doesn't exist. It's transparent. And I'm just going to fade the edge slightly, because if I'm going to overlay this over another clip, the original clip, I just want that line not to be too sharp. So by doing a little fade there, you can see. So if we now take that clip there, so the green nested clip is the one that has been cropped and edited. So we'll drag that across, and you can see it's ample long. It's actually a bit too long, but it's fine. We can just cut that off. So now if we just stop there, just to recap, if I click the eye off of that footage, that green footage there is our edited and cropped footage. That's the existing footage, the original raw footage where we just look at each other. If I stick that back, now you'll see I will pick up the phone. Hang on, let's go a bit there, and then now watch the finger really carefully. And again, this will be really obvious now, but it's not that obvious when you're watching it normally. So we're just, look, right there, and then it'll go backwards there. So now it's going backwards. Still, it's not too bad, it's fine. And then I'm going backward, forwards, and then backwards, and then forwards. And then you can see I look at myself, and we have that perfect ending, which is there. So hopefully that makes sense. You've just got to have one repetitive moment. So it could be like washing your hands. When you imagine washing your hands, as long as you stay really still and those hands just do the same thing. Obviously, I'm doing a really small action just by swiping the phone up and down, and you can see I almost sort of hold my body in place to keep as still as possible. You can move a little bit, I just don't want to move too much, and then you get that lovely moment of me just, you know, totally engrossed in my phone, and the reflection takes a look. Now once you've done your edit and you've put some music on this and musical choices, just find something spooky, royalty free, and all of the sound, I've added elements of the sound as well and put reverb on it as well, so it's echoey and kind of a bit more spooky. And that is it.
So there you have it. That's how you create the mirror illusion video. I hope you have a go at doing this, first of all, because it is super easy to do. But also, I'd love you to push it even further. Like, what could you do if someone else came into the room or was in the reflection, but you weren't? And all those kind of crazy things. So let me know if you take up the task and you create your own version, or maybe an even better version, and tag me into your comments and your videos. Have fun with it. I hope you enjoyed it. So many people did ask me on social media how I actually did it, because everything just looked too synchronized. Now you know the secret. I hope it was fun and informative, and I will see you very soon. Take care.